Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I want to compare two resins, a medium viscosity resin and a high viscosity resin. So I mixed my colors, first the black with the pigment drops, just one drop of pigment drops. Then I have the espresso with the Auora Gold. Then I have the papaya with the Auora Gold. And I have the butterscotch mixed with the Auora Gold. And each mold can take 200 grams of resin, and I start pouring with my clear resin, and this is the ultra cast resin. This is the medium viscosity resin, and I just want to compare how this awesome technique, which I previously pour quite a few times because I like it so much, and I just wanted to compare how those two resins are making a difference and how the effects are gonna be. So after pouring my clear resin, I continue with the black, and I mix for the black 20 grams, and I used one drop of the black pigment drop. So you see that I'm pouring just around the edge. I try to be rather at the outside of the mold, of the, you know, where the rim is, and do just my pouring. So I go in different rows, so I don't make it too like a big stream, or I don't know how to explain this, but you see what I mean. Then my second color is the papaya, and it looks really like amber. And this is also 20 grams, and I gave it a spritz and a little bit of the Auora Gold from Petra Jungblut. And next color is the espresso, which is also 20 grams, a spritz of the espresso and the Auora Gold, also from Petra Jungblut again. So espresso and papaya, and also the next color, the butterscotch, they are all from Octopus fluids. There's the butterscotch, which I really love. It's a beautiful yellow tone. This is one of my favorites. And also 20 grams and a spritz of the butterscotch and the Auora Gold. And you see, I'm just pouring around the edge. I'm very close to the edge, to the rough and tough edge. And then I take my clear resin, I fill up my mold just below the rim, because there's going to be the white coming as well. The mold is the square rough and tough coaster dual mold from MoldsandShapes. I will link the mold and also the other products in my description box, so you can find the promo codes and the links, so everything is in there just in case you are interested. So now I have here my white, and the white is a mixture of the pigment drops and some of the Auora Gold. The pigment drops are from Etta Art, like the ultra cast resin, and I also used 20 grams of resin, 3 drops of the white pigment drops, and a little bit of the Auora Gold. And that's it. And now the resin can do its magic. I'm using a little bit the heat gun just to activate a little bit and to pop some bubbles which are on the surface. And then I just place some black stones into the center, and I just let the resin do whatever it needs to do. So I'm very curious how this is going to turn out with the medium viscosity resin. I just wanted to see what's the difference, and it will be exactly the same pour for the next coaster in a second. But it's always also exciting to see how different resins, how different viscosity resins react to different pours. So I really adore it, and I love to watch it. I love to test it and to see what's going on. So anyway, I can now start with my second coaster because I mixed my resin, I mixed my colors, and I did exactly the same. So I think I don't need to repeat how I mixed my colors, because I did it exactly the same way like I did with my previous pour, with the first pour. So the clear resin here, then the black pigment drop at the outer rim, exactly the same quantity. Everything is 20, 20, 20, 20. I hope I didn't forget a 20. And the rest is clear resin. Like I said, each mold can hold 200 grams of resin. So this is my black poured, and I just give it a little torch, and because it's a thicker resin, it has a little bit more bubbles. Then I continue with my papaya color, which really looks like yeah, amber, I think, but it's beautiful. I really like it. And I'm pouring also around the rim. And I love the sheen of this Auora Gold. It's like interference gold and very beautiful. Then my next color is the espresso, like I did in my first pour. I also go around the edge. And of course, I'm hoping that this pour is not going to be getting too dark, but there's coming the yellow and the white, so I'm quite positive about it. I'm pouring around the edge, and now there's going to be the butterscotch, also very beautiful. Like I said before, it's one of my favorite colors. Not many people like yellow, but I adore the butterscotch. It's very beautiful. So once this is done, I can use my clear resin. I fill up my mold just below the rim, and I noticed I put a little bit more of the clear in here. And you see it later, I need to take some of the resin out because otherwise I'm overfilling my mold. But first I'm doing my white. The white is the pigment drops from Etta Art mixed with the Auora Gold. And I'm pouring around the rim again. And I already noticed that my mold gets very full, so you will see in a second that I need to take some of my resin out, otherwise I'm overfilling my mold, and I didn't want this to happen. So I was a little bit like, So always be careful when you put clear resin into your mold that you're not adding too much, because then, you know, things are happening like they're happening with me. So I take a little spoon and carefully take out what's too much in my resin piece. So it was not too much what needed to be out, but yeah, considering that I also needed to add the stones, it's better that you take a little bit of resin out so nothing will happen, because sometimes the resin just overflows like minutes later when you don't expect it anymore. It happened quite a lot of times to me, and this is from my own experience. Just be careful. I'm also using the heat gun a little bit to activate the resin and to pop some bubbles. And then I'm using the glass stones again, placing them into the center of the mold. There you go. And just place them how I want them to be. And then I can let the resin do its magic, can let the resin do whatever it needs to do. And I love the butterscotch. What a nice and bright yellow. I really like it. And then I put you on a time lapse. The first coaster is already closed, so you see the second coaster what it's doing. And you can see the surface of both are very similar to each other. So I was very excited. And this is the close-up after I stopped with the time lapse. And unfortunately, I missed the video of the demolding. So you will see the end result. And the first coaster is going to be the Ultra Cast, and the second coaster is going to be the Master Cast. So you can decide what you like more. This is the Ultra Cast, and then I turn over to the Master Cast piece, and my favorite is the second piece. So I'm wondering what you are thinking, and I'm sorry about that I don't have the demolding, but I still hope you liked the video. I could explain a lot of things, and Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.